What is up, everyone? Welcome to Scoop Center. Uh, I'm Daniel, and I'm joined by some very, very cool people. Luis, Jeremy, and Matt. Go ahead and say what's up, guys.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah,
Hello,
where's the
hello.
energy? Oh, let's go.
Wait, you,
Go.
you didn't play the theme song.
Oh,
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
I'm
that's
Yeah,
all
what
it
sorry.
is.
happened, man?
I'm sorry. My production guy is on break right now. I'm sorry.
All right. We'll give him a
Um,
break for now.
Again, I told you guys this. I cannot express how happy I am to be in front of this microphone and to be here with y'all. It's been, I know for a lot of us, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. We're all trying to get a lot of stuff done, but we were able to take the time out to do something that I and we have been wanting to do for a very long time. It's kind of been just an idea floating around for like over a year of wanting to do this, and to finally be able to start this idea. I'm super excited about it. We've done a lot of drafts before. We've done some basketball drafts, but this is the first ever wrestling draft that we're gonna do, and I'm super happy about it. I'm super excited. We were able to really get down like the small details, and and it's gonna be a lot of fun to do. Uh, First thing I want to do is I want to go over the rules of how it's gonna go. Basically, we're all GMs. We're all bookers. We are making a 6 card. Stop. Stop it.
Buka! Had to.
Dang it. Dang it. We're all bookers making a six match pay-per-view card with a certain amount of rules. We are drafting from a 40 male superstar player pool, a 12 woman superstar player pool, and then a 12 tag team player pool. And within those 6 matches that we have, there's a requirement of 1 women's match, 1 male's singles match, and 1 tag team match. Then the other 3 matches are completely up to the discretion of the GM that is at hand, which means that we're all going to have 10 male superstars, 3 female, and 12, or I'm sorry, and 3 tag teams as well to work with. Make it look however we want to, add whatever stipulation, make whatever matches, title matches, non-title matches that we want to do. And just trying to make it look realistic, trying to make it look like an actual card, and trying to make it look the best out of anyone else's here. And yeah, I mean that's it. We came up with our order beforehand, and Jeremy was lucky enough to draw the first overall pick. He'll be taking that one. Matt is coming with the second pick. I have the third pick, and Luis has the last pick. We will be going in snake draft, which means that Luis gets back-to-back picks, and then we will go up to Jeremy, who will get back-to-back after, and we'll keep going through that. And that fourth pick, it always seems like the worst, but those back-to-back picks can get kind of scary, especially when you're dealing with a pool that has a crazy amount of talent, and that's the pool that we're dealing with at the moment. And I'll go ahead and I'm going to put up the player pool. I'll be putting it in the description of every video that we put up, and I'll be putting it on all the social media as well, so people have access to everyone that we use. But I want to make sure to read it out to everyone as well, the player pool. I mean, I can also just share the screen so that people can see the player pool themselves. I mean, either way. But I'll go ahead and I'll read it out. In no particular order, not saying from best to worst, but the male roster superstars we're going with is Batista, John Cena, Edge, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Big Show, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, JBL, The Rock, Stone Cold, Kane, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, RVD, Adam Cole, baby, Bobby Lashley, Mick Foley, uh, Cesaro, Goldberg, CM Punk, sorry, they did a fusion dance. CM Punk, Booker T, aka King Booker.
Thank you.
James Harden, aka Mark Henry, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, and Finn Balor. So a lot of talent that we're dealing with, a lot of talented individuals who each bring their own thing to the table. And another thing I wanted to make clear to everyone, you guys and the people watching, is that you can also you can bring your own, whatever like personality or character that superstar has, you can make it clear. Like if I'm doing John Cena, if I have John Cena on my roster, I can make it clear I want hustle, loyalty, respect John Cena, or Dr. Thugonomics John Cena. Or if I have Brock Lesnar, I can make it clear early 2000s Brock Lesnar or the Beast Brock Lesnar of the 2010s. And then there's certain guys like Goldberg. We don't need to say what Goldberg we're dealing with. I know none of us are going to choose 2020 Goldberg over early 2000s Goldberg. If we're talking about Stone Cold, I know that we're all gonna, we know what Stone Cold we're dealing with. But there's some guys out there like Randy Orton. There's been a million Randy Orton. So you are probably gonna need to specify which one you want to be dealing with. Are there any questions on the part of my GMs that are going to be doing this?
I think we're all good.
None. All right.
Straightforward. Yep.
So we are getting straight into it then. Jeremy, you have the first overall pick of this draft. Who are you going with, my friend?
On the clock. All right. I mean, again, this is a very, very thorough roster with a lot of talent, a lot of superstars from different eras. I mean, there's an unbelievable amount of talent to choose from. To me, there's only really one person that I can truly pick overall, like first overall, with just the way he is on the mic, his entrance music, his presence in the ring. I mean, I have to go with my man, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Wow.
First overall.
Wow. I was not expecting that out of you, Jeremy.
I'm taking Stone Cold first.
Who did you think I thought you were going to take?
I mean, based on the conversations that you and I had, I'm going to assume you thought I was going to take maybe like Undertaker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
Undertaker.
figured.
I was thinking you were going to take Rey Mysterio.
That was
Booyaka.
another good option, but I'm thinking like a GM right now. I can't choose just favorites.
Got it.
Matt, my friend, you are up.
Yes. Similar to what Jeremy said about Stone Cold. Good on the mic. It's between two, but I think I'm gonna go with the more obvious pick. I will take Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson first overall.
These aren't picks I was really. All right, I'm with it. Dang, I did not think Undertaker was gonna fall this far to me. But I like taking first picks that people aren't really expecting. I feel like people are kind of expecting the Undertaker, Stone Cold, and this is something that I told Jeremy earlier. I think that I'm going to. Oh man, it's so hard to skip over Undertaker, guys. It's so hard to actually do it now that I'm here with it as an option. Dang. And if I don't take Undertaker, guys, that's back-to-back Undertaker Shawn Michaels pick for Luis, and he automatically has one of the greatest matches in the history of wrestling on his side.
100%.
You realize
100%.
that, right?
That's a tough call. I would hate to be in your position right now.
Yeah, I'm
I'm glad I'm not there.
You guys did this to me.
And here you're thinking, oh man, I didn't get to pick first overall. Now you're in the hot seat.
You had a
Now you're
game
losing
plan
it.
coming in. The game plan is gone out the window.
I did, because you
Welcome
guys
to the
threw
draft, baby.
Couple
you
of
guys threw a
curveballs at you,
monkey
buddy.
wrench at me, man.
To quote the legendary Batista, "Give me what I want, Daniel. Give me what I want."
Luis, and then if I don't, you're gonna take Brock Lesnar. If I don't,
There's so many options here.
Hey, you pick again in like 3 more picks. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad.
No pressure.
A good GM finds a way to make a good show.
Exactly, Daniel.
Get her done. TikTok.
I wanted Brock Lesnar so bad, but I can't take him. I wanted him so bad. So bad. I can't not do it. Give me the Godfather. I'm taking Undertaker.
Right.
I can't not do it.
Taker off the board.
I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Luis, just do it. I'm so mad.
So, for my first pick,
I don't like this.
I'm gonna take one of the greatest of all time, Shawnee.
No surprise there. HBK, Heartbreak Kid.
And for my back-to-back pick, I am gonna go with Chris Jericho. Best friend Chris Jericho.
No, I like that pick. I really do. The Y2J.
Oh, and look at that, Daniel. Look who's available for you.
Yo, I go again.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Give me the Beast incarnate, Brock freaking Lesnar.
You got to say it like Heyman. Brock!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. And with my pick, I am choosing the reigning, disputing, undefeated, defending Beast, Brock Lesnar. There. Are we happy with that performance?
That was good. That was good.
I give it a 5. Let's see.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd.
Real tough. Matt, you are
gotta get in
up.
their head. You gotta get in the head.
You are in my head.
Some good names here. I will go. I'm a homer. As a fan, I've always been a homer. I'm taking John Cena.
Da, 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 da. Oh my, John Cena and The Rock?
That's part of why I thought about it.
That's must see right there.
There you go.
Jeremy, you're back up.
If John Cena is off the table, I will go ahead and grab Batista with my first pick.
Mm-hmm.
And with that second pick, I will be grabbing Kurt Angle.
Dang it!
Solid pick.
Which angle we getting?
With the broken hair or no hair?
No hair. I'm going no hair.
Milkman Kurt Angle.
Best one.
Black tight Kurt Angle.
Cyborg Kurt Angle.
Cyborg Kurt Angle.
All right, who's Matt? You're up again.
Yes. I go a couple ways here.
Booker. No, too soon.
Too soon. Too soon for me.
A little too soon.
He'll probably be gone by the time it gets back to me. You know what? Because I'm thinking about it, I will take the rated R superstar Edge.
Ooh, that's a good matchup right there.
That's a very good
That is a good pick.
A couple of options.
Yeah, you could go Cena Edge. You could go Cena Rock.
Mhm.
And now I don't want to. I gotta start branching out though.
Nah, crap. I'm up. Oh, Sean is gone. Shawnee. Dang, there's a few ways I can go with this now. Oof. Let me get. Gosh. My heart says Eddie, but I'm looking at who I have, Undertaker and Brock, and I kind of want to go with Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But I'm also thinking Kane. Oh, my head. You know what? Just give me Triple H. Sorry, Eddie. Love you.
How's your game plan been working out so far, Daniel? I mean, you had to go against
none of the, like every draft I've ever done in my life, none of this ever goes as expected. This is not what I was expecting at all. But we're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it. I can do this. Luis, back to back.
Got it. So for my first back-to-back pick, I'm choosing Eddie.
I hate this. Luis is just picking all the freaking like
Picking up
wrestlers.
picking the
Uh,
scraps that turn into gold.
I knew
Yeah.
Luis is picking the technical guys, yo, and it's scaring me.
And for my second pick, I am going with you know what? Let's do it. Give me JBL, the wrestling god.
A wrestling god. Nice. I think I see what you're doing there, but we'll see. You get one more, right? Oh no, that was your
No,
back
that's
to
it.
back. Ah, crap, it's
Yeah.
me again.
Yeah,
Back
so it's
to
back
you.
to you.
JBL's gone. Oh man, there are some names still left on here, fellas. I am going with the man that hears voices in his head.
I thought you were gonna say Becky
They
Lynch for a
talk to
minute.
him. They understand. They talk to him. Randy Orton.
Solid.
Greatest finisher of all time. Hot
You know
take.
it.
Hot
That is
take.
a solid pick.
Matt, you're up.
Ooh. Okay. Rock Cena Edge. Because then I'll go after Jeremy, depending on what Jeremy takes, though.
There's some names on here still, yo.
You said it earlier, Daniel. You said before we started here a little bit of a wild card, or what was the term you used?
Sleeper.
Sleeper.
sleeper?
Thank you, Luis.
A
Yes.
sleeper
no.
pick.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
And
yeah.
the sleeper pick that I'm
no.
taking this round is going to be CM Punk.
Dang it! I knew it. That was one of the names I was looking at.
Shouldn't have
That
said
is an
anything.
amazing pick. I open my big mouth. Bites me in the butt. Who's up? Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yes, Jeremy.
That is me. The fact that he is still on the board is a little bit surprising. I mean, granted there's a lot of talent on there, but I will go ahead and grab Rey Mysterio.
Booyaka, booyaka. That's
Let
your
me
boy
get him.
too. There's got to
It
be some
is.
sentimental value to that pick.
Yeah, the fact that
Mhm.
he's available and I got him, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll go ahead and grab a sleeper pick now with this next one. I want to go ahead and grab Bobby Lashley.
Not yet, Luis. Not yet. Bobby Lashley.
Solid pick.
Interesting. Matt, you're back.
Yes. There's so many good names here, man.
Some great names.
Yeah. Can make a hell of a show. Looking at the four names that I have. No, I can't take you. It's too early. Let's see. I will go with oh man, I am like debating. Now, you know what? I will go with Kane. We'll take Kane.
Solid. You need a monster. Every one needs a monster on their side. Just
Exactly.
one.
Yeah.
And
Which game are we going for, Matt?
That I haven't decided yet. I got to see how the rest of my roster plays out. I will let you know once I make the card.
Thank you,
Yeah.
because that made my decision easier on the monster that I'm picking.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I am picking Paul White, the Big Show.
Yes, sir.
7 feet, 500 pounds.
All right. I saw some names that I really, really love. For my first pick, I am going with Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
Oh, damn.
That is speaking of sleepers, man.
Your one.
I was just about to grab him too. God damn, Luis.
And for my next pick, I feel like I have a couple turns left to get him. So I am going to go with Kevin Owens.
Nice.
Pick.
Solid.
A good pick.
Luis.
Yes,
Nope.
sir. Oh,
I'm taking Keith Lee.
oh,
Keith
damn.
Lee. Gone.
Maybe a little early. It may be a little early, but let's just think about what Keith Lee does in the ring. The man delivers. He is a one-of-a-kind talent in how big he is and how he moves. That's a usable person. Imagine it. I could go Brock Lesnar and Keith Lee for a 20-minute match. A heck of a match right there.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the Royal Rumble where Lesnar saw Keith Lee. He goes, "Oh, big boy!"
Yep. Exactly.
That seems so like ad libbed. It's like in the like moment, like, oh shit. Okay, here he comes.
Exactly.
All right. Am I up?
Yes, you are.
Hell of a roster so far.
Everyone's got great names.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Let's go with yeah, what the hell? Seth freaking Rollins.
No.
Oh no.
So Jeremy and I had the same reaction.
Oof.
He was literally my next pick.
I was
Actually
gonna grab
my
him.
next pick. Actually, my next pick.
Yeah.
I had an introduction already in my head and everything. I was like my favorite guy on the roster today.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and I guess not.
GM moves.
Who's up? Jeremy, right? Back to back.
Yeah. Damn. I had plan A was gone. Plan B is gone. I didn't even think of a plan C. All right.
Plan C's right here.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I think I'll hold off on that for now.
Okay. Understandable.
I'll go ahead and grab with the first pick. I'll go ahead and take. Give me RVD.
Nice. That is a good pick.
I feel like he's not going to be available the next time it comes back to me, so I'll grab him.
That would have
Before
been
you
my
s-
next one. Yeah.
Before you say that next pick, I just want to say, Jeremy, what I'm most curious about from everyone's roster is how you're gonna use Stone Cold. That's what I'm most curious about, because Stone Cold is not just any ordinary name. We all know that. If you put him up against someone like, I don't know, if you put him up against the RVD, it might be a little questionable. He needs another A-list talent for it to be like, you know what, that makes sense. So I'm curious.
I can
wanna see what
already
you do with
see
him.
it though. What RVD? What RVD?
That's right. That's a good pitch. All right, Jeremy, next pick.
Okay. Second pick of my back-to-back. I will go ahead and grab. I'll go ahead and take Sheamus.
Nice. A strong, solid pick in Sheamus. Matt, you are up.
Yeah.
You don't sound happy about it.
I am. I'm just trying to figure out who fits here. I don't know. I might dip into the tag teams or the women's division to get.
Are we allowed to do
going.
that?
No, we're going section by section. Males
I was
first,
about to
then
say.
women's,
Well, then
tag
never
team.
mind that
I know,
plan.
I know.
I just scratched the
Okay.
record in my head.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? For the sake of it, I'm gonna take the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose.
Saw it. He was on my short list. That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Dean, crap. No, I'm up. Speaking of short list. With my next pick, Some sleepers on the board, but this one's a no-brainer for me, and I know Luis is gonna be crushed by this. Adam Cole.
Baby.
Trying to keep my cool here. Just trying to keep my cool.
Got some names to deal with. Luis, back to back.
Yes, sir.
I
All
think
right.
I know who you're picking.
For my first pick, I am going with Sami Zayn.
Ooh, good pick.
This one.
I knew you were gonna take him. I knew he was gonna end up on your roster.
And for my second pick, I'm taking Finn.
Who?
Finn
Finn.
Balor?
Finn Balor.
Oh, Finn. I thought you said Tim. I was like, Duncan?
No, Finn Balor.
Finn. I'm up again. I am going to go with. Oh man. I mean, he's probably one of the biggest names still on the board. Bill Goldberg.
Nice.
Damn you. That was literally gonna be my next
Oh,
pick.
what a matchup right there.
Son of a
I
bitch.
like that matchup. Goldberg with Brock.
Mm-hmm.
We know how bad that went before. This could be the redemption match for that.
Depends on the Lesnar you choose too.
Oh, guys, there's no question there. We know I'm choosing the next big thing, Brock Lesnar, and I'll
Awesome.
explain why later. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Who's up?
I'm up
Matt.
Matt.
Uh,
We still got some names on the board, guys.
I know, I'm trying
That's
to-
the thing. There are there's no scrubs in this freaking draft.
yeah.
No scrubs.
Damn. For this pick, I'm gonna go Daniel Bryan.
Nice. Interesting. Daniel Bryan.
Kind of fit him anywhere. The last two are gonna be tough though. Let me see.
It's a good
Especially
one.
with what Jeremy picks right here.
Yeah, Jeremy, you're back to back, right?
I am. So I'll go ahead and grab Cesaro.
No.
That'll be pick number one. And then pick number two, I will grab Shinsuke Nakamura.
Dang it. Shinsuke. Shinsuke. That's funny. Shinsuke.
That just ruined it for me.
I know. I was surprised you didn't take him yet, Luis.
Like I said, I thought I was gonna have like a couple more picks
That's what
in
you're
me before I
talking
could
about.
choose them.
Matt is back up, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We're coming down to our final few, guys.
Damn.
The time?
I know.
Is it
Because
time
he
yet?
won't be he won't be
Is it time yet?
I'm trying to fit. Who's on here? Shit. All right. Let's go with. Does he fit? I think he will fit.
I haven't even thought about fit yet. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm trying to like look at what I
I'm
got.
also- yeah, I'm trying to do the same.
Got a game plan. You
That's
can
gonna
go
be
with
tough.
anybody there. All right, let's go with Samoa Joe.
Nice. A solid
Bit of a-
pickup for anyone. We all know
Yeah.
how good Samoa Joe is.
Mhm.
Let's see who's left.
Jeremy back to back, if I'm not mistaken. Or
Oh, you're up.
I'm
No,
up.
it's you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you're up.
6 names left.
Dang, he's still there.
Oh,
Oh,
we are
there,
down to
Daniel.
6.
He's there, Daniel. You know you
I
want him,
know he's
Daniel.
there.
Take him.
I'm gonna
Take him,
open my
Daniel.
big mouth again and let you guys into my brain. For me
Don't
right now,
disrespect him.
it's either Mick Foley or AJ Styles. Do I want to go
Put
with
some respect on his name.
do I
Nah,
want to
there's a
go
pl-
with a legit wrestler or freaking like Mick Foley diving off of stuff and hurting someone?
Nah, you want to go with the king.
You know what? I can't not have a nice day. Mick Foley.
Nice.
All right. Final two for Luis.
Yeah.
Final two. All right. Looking at my roster, I need a monster. So I'm going Mark Henry.
James Harden finally went.
Sexual chocolate Mark Henry, I hope.
And for my final pick, this is tough. But I'm going with AJ Styles.
Your pick. Going.
And my roster is complete.
Yes. Daniel.
Oh, it's me. I'm so sorry. Oh, you took AJ. I was on
Yes, I
autopilot
did.
right there. So I hate you for the record.
It's all good in the hood.
I mean, of course, probably of all these, the best left is King Booker. But I mean, no disrespect to Drew, but I feel like Shane McMahon can probably give me the most flexibility when it comes to creative wise. What I can do with Shane versus what I can do with some of the other guys. Shane might not put on the best match, but I need some shock value to my roster at this point, because that always Shane always puts on a show, whether it's amazing wrestling or not. So I'm gonna go with Shane.
Damn, I was
Go
hoping
Matt.
he'd drop down.
Here comes the money.
Mhm.
Shane's always been a favorite of mine since I was a kid.
Money, money.
So my team is done.
Tough decision here. Up and comer. For namesake, I will take King Buka.
He did it! It's been done.
Who would have
Dude.
thought that it would have been one of the last picks?
Yeah,
It's the best for last, baby.
has to be King Buka. There is no other.
King Booker.
Damn, I wish the Boogeyman was on this list.
Jeremy, that means Drew McIntyre falls to you, correct?
And I
Yes.
have no complaints about that.
That's nothing to complain about at all.
Good.
So for the women, we are gonna do the women division next, and then we're gonna do the tag team division after. For the women, the order is myself, then Jeremy, Luis, then Matt. Are we ready to start, fellas?
Ready?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
I am torn. We haven't said the women, so I'm gonna say the women. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Lita, Trish Stratus, Sasha Banks, Bailey, Beth Phoenix, Chyna, Asuka, and Mickey James. I'm torn between a few. There's some talent here, but I feel like there's one obvious answer if you're trying to really put on a show for the first overall pick, and that's the freaking like the strongest diva in the strongest women's wrestler in the history of women's wrestlers, and that's Chyna. So I'm going with Chyna for my first pick, and that's no diss to anyone else because there are plenty of strong, talented women wrestlers here. Jeremy, you have the second pick.
I think I'll go ahead and grab one of the bigger names. Well, not bigger. I'd say these are all pretty big names, but I definitely say one of the most popular and most successful female wrestlers of all time. I'm gonna go ahead and take Trish Stratus.
I knew that was coming. It's a great pick. Arguably by many the greatest of all time.
For
Arguably.
sure. All right, so I'm up
Luis.
now.
Yes, you are.
For my pick, I am really torn, but it must be done. So I'm going to take Becky Lynch, the man.
That's a great pick.
Hmm. Well, damn. All right, let's see. Hmm. Oh, I'm thinking about my show now. Thinking about who
Okay.
can. Yeah, I got some
You have
options here.
back-to-back picks, so
I know. All right, so first pick, I'm gonna go with Lita.
Nice.
Solid.
Solid.
Solid
And
for sure.
for my next, for my second, I should say. I will take Alexa Bliss.
Wow, I like it.
Nice.
I like it a lot.
I have ideas with what I can. That sounds bad. That's when I'm about to finish that. So I have ideas what I could do with these women. Sorry. No. I respect women. I was brought up right.
I am going to do something that, in my professional opinion, is going to blow the rest of you boys out the water. I am going with my back-to-back picks, Rhea Ripley and Beth Phoenix, for what is arguably like the greatest triple threat strength in women's match in women's wrestling history.
Why are you going though?
hold up.
It's my turn.
Oh no! No!
Hold up.
No!
Hold up.
No!
This man
Excuse me?
said
No! I want to
exactly.
flip the table.
Sir,
See, this
sir,
puts me in a predicament, Daniel.
sir.
This puts and Jeremy as well.
I thought I was
Well,
up. I thought
Should
was
I
up.
be a good friend?
No, don't.
I
do
think
it.
we
Don't
were.
be a good friend.
I think we were nice enough to let him finish before we
No,
actually
you
said
know
something.
you were. That's what I'm saying. I messed up. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Oh no.
how the turns have tabled.
How the turns have tabled for sure. Oh no.
Oh man. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose. And this certain person, I really like what she's doing lately. And so I am going to pick Bailey.
Solid.
Oh no, Bailey's been great. There's no question there. I'm scared of Matt though. Or who's after? Who's next?
See, Dan doesn't even know the order.
I know.
He's so
lost.
so
I'm so
focused on
lost.
okay, who's
so
gonna
lost
go.
right now. I'm so lost. I don't
Buddy.
like it.
He's just
Who's
hoping
next?
his
Where am
plans
I?
fail.
What are we doing?
I'm next, and then you're back-to-back picks.
then your
Okay, you're
plan-
right. You're right. Oh
Right.
crap, Jeremy. I mean, Jeremy. I already know. Just do it, Jeremy. Rip my heart out.
No, I'm thinking about this one.
I feel like I know the obvious for Jeremy, considering who's there and who he has, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing it too.
Yeah.
But do you?
I'll go ahead and take Beth Phoenix.
Solid pick.
It's actually
Solid.
not who I was thinking, but yeah.
You were thinking Mickey James?
I was.
Yeah, so was I.
And well, you know what? Depending on your plan here, it could
I'm
very well work in
still
Jeremy's
not
favor.
mad. I'm still not mad because there are still two extremely strong female wrestlers, and I'm going back to back Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, and what is still arguably probably going to be the greatest strength women match in the history of wrestling, unless someone else can think of one that tops it.
Solid.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to think of one. So,
Mm-mm.
well, by some miracle, my next pick still fell on my lap anyway. So,
It
Mickey
worked.
James, I'll
Nice.
go ahead and take her off the roster.
Nice.
Mickey?
Yeah.
James.
Nice. Luis is up.
My turn? Okay.
2 left.
You know what? I'm gonna keep the horsewomen together. I'm going Sasha.
Nice.
Yep. Which leaves me with Oscar, which I am not disappointed about.
Not at all. It's a great pick.
And that
Luis,
works.
that freaking gives you like plus 10 chemistry.
Yeah.
All right. Women's division is done, and we're on to the final one, tag team. Tag team order, Matt, first overall pick, Luis, second, Jeremy, third, and I am fourth. So Matt, you have the pleasure of taking the first pick.
Mm.
And I'm angry because I know the teams that I want are going to be gone once
Probably.
it falls to me.
But you get back to back, so
True.
all right, let me see. Considering I have, all right, I got. Yeah, I feel like you have to. I'm taking the Dudley boys.
One of the most decorated, the most decorated tag team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That's JBL's
for sure.
line anytime they come out. Literally,
Yeah.
listen closely. Always says it when they come out.
I love JR always saying those damn Dudleys.
Damn Dudley.
Classic, those damn Dudleys.
Get the tables. Okay. That means
Luis.
Luis is up.
My
Yep.
turn. All right. I am gonna go with the Usos.
Solid.
Oos. Oh. All right, Jeremy.
I'm
Or-
taking the Hardy Boys.
Yes, Jeremy.
Nice.
Dang it, Jeremy. Hate you.
Wasn't gonna let him drop. No way.
You knew I was gonna take them. We literally just had a moment on Instagram last week about them.
We did.
I mean, guys, come on. This is not difficult for me. Give me Los Guerreros as my first pick.
Solid.
Happy I can have Eddie on my roster in some form or fashion. And then with the next pick, probably the best tag team that is still on here in Edge and Christian.
Damn it.
That was the matchup for Jeremy and the Hardy Boys.
That was.
That's what you get. Tis what you get.
Damn.
Who?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's back to me. I'll go ahead and take.
I know where you're going. I say stick with it.
I don't know. I was having second thoughts about that one.
I kind of heard the beginning. I got that. That's probably a good idea.
I don't know. I think I'll go with Miz and Morrison.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yep.
It's hard. I get two. No, I get one pick.
Just one. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go New Day.
New Day, you said?
Yeah, New Day.
Nice.
Damn
New
it.
Day Raw.
Oh,
It's a great pick. It's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Really fun team to watch.
Yes, they are.
So that
Oh.
leaves Matt back to back, if I'm not mistaken.
I had a plan. Oh,
Foiled.
Louise. Yeah. Okay, so I got the Dudleys. Damn. Okay, so 2 picks here. 2 picks, and I think that's it. I think these are my last 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I will go with first pick. I'll take the Wyatt family.
Nice.
So that way Louise can have that 3v3. And then let me see.
Before you pick, Matt, you know what I realized, Luis? You have Roman Reigns and the Usos on your roster. I know you were thinking that.
Exactly.
I know you were thinking that, and it's scaring me.
I'm gonna go. Let's see what I got. Screw it. I'll take the New Age Outlaws.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's a great pick.
Yeah.
Luis
My
is
turn.
up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That's crazy. But I'm going APA.
Dang it, Luis.
I'm just folding everybody's plans, huh?
Ah, that you are.
At least in the tag
Perfect.
division. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jeremy, you're up, correct?
I'm taking the world's greatest tag team.
Dang it!
I don't have another option. So
Roll out the red carpet, Daniel.
I get Eminem. Here comes the locker room drama with Melina. I already have the headache in my head. Joey Mercury with his broken nose.
Isn't that what you wanted, though? I mean, come on.
No,
Talked it into existence.
The most like I already say, oh, snapshot. It's already like they might be sitting on the bench for real. we gonna see though. We gonna see. All right, so our cards are all set. We are all ready to present them and to vote afterwards. Before we do so, I really quickly want to just share my screen, if everyone can see my screen correctly.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go ahead and very quickly go through the player pool, just very slowly, so everyone can see who we're dealing with. King Booker, good addition, guys. Just so we can all see it. And like I said, it'll be in the description of videos. It'll be on our social media places, so it'll be there for people to see. But just wanted to let everyone see visually at some point in this video the talent that we're dealing with. So now I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. And Jeremy, you can go ahead and share your screen and make your feature presentation.
I believe I was first. So
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I was
sorry.
gonna say.
it's been a ongoing episode of not knowing where we are.
Yeah, it's all right.
We've done the random order generator like a billion times, guys.
It's all right. It's all right. I got this. All right, let me get my screen here. All right, y'all can see that, right?
Yeah.
Solid. All right, so to open it up, we got a fatal four-way ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to be Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose versus CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. Obviously, this is post Shield breakup because Rollins versus Ambrose. For Punk, I was trying to decide between Straight Edge or ECW Punk. I decided to go with right before he left WWE. That's the Punk I choose.
Best in the world, Punk.
Correct.
That's the best.
And then Samoa Joe, pretty standard. So then after that match, we've got World Tag Team titles on the line. Tables match, obviously, because the Dudley Boys taking on the New Age Outlaws. Pretty straightforward there. Bubba Ray is going to call Devon for the tables. Following that one, I did not use King Booker this time around. Thought about it. The Rock and Booker T
Wow.
have a solid rivalry. So I'm going to go with your straightforward I Quit match. Add a little spice to the show itself. Following that, Women's Championship on the line. Alexa Bliss and Asuka in a steel cage. Don't know if it's happened before. We're doing it here. Following that, this one I had a lot of fun with. And the reason I put it second to the headliner, we got Team Hell No versus the Wyatt family 3-on-2 handicap inferno match. All members must be set on fire to win. So Kane, Daniel Bryan set the 3 members of the Wyatt family on fire, or vice versa. Solid for with the headliner. I was trying to decide if this was a headliner, but I decided to go with an old rivalry. We got John Cena with Edge and Lita. Championship on the line. TLC match. Cannot go wrong there.
This is so
solid opening.
good.
I'll give everybody a chance to look at it here.
Very solid show.
This
Solid
is so
opening.
much better than mine.
I'll stop sharing there, and boom.
That was really, really solid. That's
That was
Thank you,
scary
thank you.
solid, guys.
I would drop money for that pay-per-view.
Yeah, you went in
sure.
directions I wasn't expecting.
The fact that
Exactly.
the Rock is in the middle of the show tells you, yeah, there's a lot going on there. But I digress. Who's next?
I believe I'm next.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, are you guys able to see it?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so for my opener, I decided to put the tag titles on the line between the Usos with Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman on their corner versus the New Day. So that's going to start off my show. My second match, I chose Kevin Owens, the best friend version, going against Sami Zayn. Let me write out his name because that's going to drive me crazy. Sami Zayn, the NXT version, with special referee best friend Chris Jericho to Kevin Owens' best friend. My third match is a good old street fight between Eddie Guerrero and JBL. My fourth match, sorry, I chose the current Finn Balor, Prince Balor, going one-on-one with Mark Henry. My fifth match, I have a 2 out of 3 falls between Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles, two of like two wrestlers that are definitely in the GOAT conversation. And probably like a comparison of before and now. And my last match is a triple threat match for the women's title between the man, Becky Lynch, the role model, Bailey, and Sasha Banks, the current Sasha Banks.
I like it.
So what you guys think?
Solid ending.
So good.
I know.
It's
That's a
I didn't
great
want to
card.
put all the
good.
titles on the line this match. I want to slowly build up to it, but this is what I got so far.
The 2 out of 3
So
falls.
good.
I really like that one.
Yeah,
Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
same.
thank you.
That's a solid one.
Okay,
That's
and
so
I'm
good,
sharing.
man.
I love that the street fight was probably one of the fights I was
I
looking
know,
forward to.
dude.
JBL in jeans and his boots.
Yeah.
All right. No pressure here following those two acts. I'm not sharing my screen. I'm old school that way. I'm going to impress you with my words. Opening match is going to be for what I've told Luis as my favorite championship belt currently, which is the North American Championship belt. I think it's the best looking belt that they've had in years. My favorite belt, and it is going to be Adam Cole versus Goldberg in a lumberjack match. Which I don't know if there's been a lumberjack match in a pay per view. I'm not completely sure if there has been, but a lumberjack match. Because I think it'd be really interesting seeing Adam Cole. Goldberg is just a big force of nature. Possibly getting thrown out at some point and just beating the crap out of whoever the lumberjacks are and coming back in. Adam Cole trying to maneuver his way through them and get back in the match. Adam Cole, not the biggest guy, and Goldberg, one of the biggest guys to ever wrestle. It's going to be an interesting dynamic between them. But just two guys, Adam Cole, who's going to do a lot of the actual caring when it comes to wrestling, and Goldberg, who's just going to be that powerhouse that's going to just throw Adam Cole around. So yeah, I thought I wanted a match where it was that kind of, there was a difference between, like, you had the smaller guy, the bigger guy. So that's my starting match. Second match is Edge and Christian versus Los Guerreros in a ladder match for the Ruthless Aggression Tag Team WWE Tag Team title belts. probably one of my favorite tag team belts of all time. Ladder match, Edge and Christian. I mean, we know how great they are in ladder matches. And Los Guerreros, Eddie and Chavo, you can plug them in literally any match and they're gonna make it 4 to 5 stars. And then put them in there with people that do the same thing in Edge and Christian. That has the potential to and being just a classic tag team match, especially because it's a ladder. Third match, no championship, no stipulation, just one-on-one. Keith Lee versus a young, athletic Big Show. Two big men, athletic men who are going to very much in a way that Keith Lee and Dijakovic did in NXT, just two big guys, two athletic guys who are going to do things that you're used to seeing from guys half their size, less than half their size. And it's just going to be a clash of just two giant men. Fourth match is going to be Legend Killer Randy Orton versus Triple H versus Mick Foley in a triple threat last man standing match. Again, we talked about it. Not sure if a last man standing match has been done in a triple threat form before, but think about how badly you have to beat not one, but two men to get them to lay down for 10 seconds, especially the three men that we're dealing with in this match. How hard it is to get Mick Foley to lay down for 3 seconds, let alone 10. No disqualification, no holds bar, last man standing, beat the other two to a pulp, and be the last guy there to win the match. Mick Foley has wrestled with Triple H. Mick Foley has wrestled with Randy Orton. Randy Orton has wrestled with Triple H before. All these guys know each other well. We all know how great of matches they can put on. Now we're doing it all three together, last man standing, seeing how it goes. Fifth match, the women's match, a triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, who is my favorite female wrestler on the roster today, versus Charlotte versus China. Three incredibly strong women superstars, super strong. Other than Beth Phoenix, who Jeremy took, probably 3 and 4 of the strongest that we've ever seen, just in brute strength alone. So we're gonna see a lot of lifting, a lot of throwing people around. You know, maybe in the weeks leading up to it, they were doing like things on the show, like arm wrestling matches and feats of strength. So I mean, just a lot can be done, especially with those three women superstars. And then my main event to close out is for the Ruthless Aggression World WWE Championship belt, the one that has the globe on it. Probably my favorite belt of all time, and it is going to be it's going to be Dead Man. No, yeah, it'll be Dead Man Undertaker. It's really hard not to say Biker Undertaker. I really want to say Biker Undertaker and just have Limp Bizkit bring him out, but we're gonna do Dead Man just because of how iconic that look is. Against Brock Lesnar. Here Comes the Pain, the next big thing, Brock Lesnar. Part of me wants to do the Beast Incarnate, but I mean, we've seen that, and we've also seen Taker or Biker Taker go against young Brock. So I kind of want to do a mix and match of both, of Dead Man Taker fighting what was 2002 Brock Lesnar. And I took Taker first, and I was telling you guys I was very close to taking Brock first. That's what I was going to tell you, Luis. That was going to be my pick. I was assuming that whoever was before me would take Undertaker, and then Brock would be like, all right, he's there. But they both fell in my lap, so I'm throwing them both in the main event. We've seen them wrestle a million times. We both know that Undertaker is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, to ever do it. And that Brock Lesnar is, I mean, his prime is just such one of the biggest what ifs in the history of wrestling. Me and Luis talk about it all the time. Imagine if he didn't leave when he left. Imagine if in that entirety from from when he left to 2010, 2011, he was wrestling. Imagine the difference of the landscape in wrestling. What would that do to the careers of guys like Cena and Randy Orton? Would they have gotten the opportunities that they have gotten, or would Brock have taken them? How many championships would he have to his name? All these different things. And that Brock was a real wrestler. Like this Brock, he's such a big name now that he only needs to German suplex and F5 a couple times and collect his paycheck. But that Brock was out here doing his amateur wrestling that we all know he can do and put on a show for guys, for fans that of like NXT, of actual like wrestling. So and we all know Taker can go. So they're going to put on a good 20, 30-minute match of just real tough wrestling, technical wrestling. And oh, I didn't give the stipulation. Of course, it has to be in a Hell in a Cell. So yeah, that is my pay-per-view.
You really brought the words to life. It's like I was there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that was entertaining.
Thank you.
Who
Five
says we need
stars.
technology? Yeah.
I know. I feel bad for sharing my screen.
Jeremy, you are up.
It is going to be extremely hard to follow up those three wonderful pay-per-view cards that you gentlemen just made, but I'll go ahead and do my absolute best. So the opening match for my pay-per-view would be a fatal four-way exhibition match with Sheamus, Cesaro, Drew McIntyre, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Kind of figured this would be, I mean, it was honestly really hard to pick an opening match. I think this would be a very good match to kind of set the tone, you know, for what's to come with the other 5 matches that followed. So I think the fans would definitely want to arrive early to see this one. So following that, I have a tag team ladder match with RVD and Rey Mysterio against the world's greatest tag team. I feel like with the amount of high flyers are in the ring here, I feel like this would be extremely entertaining, and I feel like a ladder match was fitting for the two teams there at hand. So kind of figured that would be the way to go. Match number 3 was the women's championship title, and that is a triple threat false count anywhere match, and that is with Trish Stratus, Beth Phoenix, and Mickey James. And I don't know if a false count anywhere match has been made into a triple threat. I could be wrong, but again, I feel like this would definitely get the fans on their feet. You know, I managed to use the 3 women, you know, in one match, and it's an entertaining one. I think I would feel like, to say the least, you know, so that would be it. Match number 4, another tag team title, except this one we got the belt on the line. That is a tables, ladders, and chairs match with the tag team that innovated this, the Hardy Boys, going up against Miz and Morrison. I feel like Morrison's got a lot of experience going up against the Hardy Boys, you know, so he can probably kind of maybe give tips to Miz, you know, what to watch out for. What are the do's and don'ts to do against them? And the Hardy Boys, I mean, we know what they can do in a TLC match. You know, I mean, if we look back at that WrestleMania when it was them and the Dudleys and Edge and Christian, and that's one of the most entertaining matches, period, that I've ever seen. So I feel like I wouldn't do justice if I didn't put the Hardy Boys in some type of ladder match. So how to go with that. Match number 5, I have the World Heavyweight Championship belt on the line. This is a no disqualification match, and I'm going with Batista and ECW Bobby Lashley. I think at their time, I think when Batista was going through the Ruthless Aggression era and Bobby Lashley was tearing through ECW, I always thought that these two gentlemen were just absolute beasts. They were in great shape, great form. They were fun to watch in the ring. I mean, they were just absolute monsters. And I always wondered what would it be like to kind of see them go head to head. And in my pay-per-view, I get that matchup in a no DQ match. I get to see them just go all out, see where it is they can take the match. How would it go? I mean, the belt on the line, they put everything out there. So that would be number 5. And the closing match, the main event, is a WWE Championship title match. That is an I Quit match, and that is with Stone Cold and Kurt Angle. I feel like this had to be the way to go. I mean, for a while, Kurt Angle and Stone Cold had that rivalry. There were some pretty entertaining matches between them two. It was a pretty heated rivalry when they were going at it back then, and I feel like this would do justice to the card itself. So that is my 6 matches. And Hope, what did you guys think of that?
There's not a match I don't like. That's the thing. Like,
Just off the get go, the last 2 matches are just like
it
I
got better
really,
and better, right?
yeah, like it's a perfect build for like a pay-per-view.
It got better and better as we got
Yeah.
farther down. Damn.
And I don't think, like you said, I don't think there's been a Falls Count Anywhere match for, let alone a triple threat, but also a women's triple threat. So
Mhm.
that's a unique match you got there
Dang.
on top of everything else. Yeah. Solid.
All right. So all of our cards have been made. Good job, everyone. Congratulations to everyone that y'all did a really great job. All the cards were very entertaining.
Before we pick Daniel, can you remind me? Did you have Eminem on your card at all?
Oh,
No, he did not.
who?
No,
No, he did not.
Wait, who?
I was
Well,
gonna-
Let me tell you what happened.
Oh,
Let me tell you what
are they
happened.
back? Are they backstage?
First
Right.
week on the job, and he needs
The-
his stars out.
The week before, all right, the week before, Joey Mercury broke his nose.
All right.
All right.
Terrible.
John
Very
Morrison,
nice.
and then John Morrison is heartbroken. Melina, he found out Melina was cheating on him, so both of them were out of commission for this pay per view, unfortunately. So,
All right. Just want to make sure you're going up to us all. Okay.
yeah.
John Morrison's on my pay-per-view, so I mean that's why
Yeah.
you can make
That's
it.
what
Exactly.
happened.
You got Johnny
Yeah, it
Nitro,
has to
bro.
be.
Exactly. So yeah, any final thoughts or comments before we get to the voting?
We cannot pick our own.
Cannot pick your own. Got to pick someone else's.
Ooh.
All right. If there's without further ado, we'll just do it in the opposite order that we presented. So that's Jeremy, myself, Luis, then Matt.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
So Jeremy, go ahead.
Again, I think everyone here, first of all, this draft was, I think, as fun as it's ever going to be. I mean, I don't think I've ever been a part of a draft like this. I've been a part of like plenty of fantasy drafts with like MLB, NBA, football, but I think WWE has to be one of the funnest ones that I've done. Having to come up with our own card, having to kind of have that freedom of, what titles are on the line, what match is it, what superstar is going up against who. I mean, this was fun, man. Daniel, I want to thank you for organizing this, because this is awesome. And again, all 3 of you gentlemen had phenomenal cards. I would absolutely pay money to see pay-per-view events like the ones that you guys all presented. If I really had to pick just one, and I had a choice, like, okay, you get this pay-per-view for free, which one do you want to see? I think I'm gonna have to choose Matt's. I just love the way his was presented. I mean, top to bottom, all 6 matches are extremely, extremely entertaining, and his roster itself is absolutely stacked. I mean, again, Luis, no disrespect to you. Daniel, no disrespect to you. Again, you guys had phenomenal cards. I just think for me, Matt has to take the money on that. I would drop money for that one for sure.
Thank you.
That's a great pick. Yeah, like Jeremy said, probably one of the most fun drafts, if not the most fun draft I've been able to do. Especially when it's something like wrestling, something that's pretty close to all of our hearts in some way, something we've all been a fan of for a long time. So it was fun to really have creative freedom on what we wanted to do. With all that said, Matt, as soon as yours was done, I was like, dang, that's the one. As soon as you said it, as soon as you were done with yours, I'm like, that's gonna be the one to beat. Then Jeremy stepped up. And then Jeremy's got better and better and better and better. And it was like, dang, those are all names I'd watch fight. Those are all names and it's not just that it got better, the matches made sense. It was like, those guys, it makes sense they're fighting. It makes sense they're fighting. It makes sense they're on the same team. Like it gelled. Like the chemistry is 100% going to be there. And uh, like I would love to see Batista go against Bobby Lashley. Like Stone Cold and Kurt Angle, that's going to be one of the greatest matches of all time. It for sure that's going to happen. So man, I really wanted to pick Matt, but then as soon as Jeremy's was done, that's it. That was the best one in my opinion. So Jeremy, 1 point for Jeremy on that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
And Luis, loved yours as well. Don't want to say yours wasn't great. Yours was
All
definitely
good, bro. All
great.
good.
Yours was
All
definitely
good.
great. Like seriously, we all made really good cards. It just for me, Jeremy's it just flowed the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if I had to pick, Jeremy, I loved the build you had for your pay-per-view, how you started pretty good, and then like the last match was like, man, I really must see that match. Like it has to happen, just like Daniel said. Matt, when I saw your pay-per-view, I was like, man, I'm in trouble here. So Daniel, yours too. Yours was really awesome. Like Jeremy said, we put on really good pay-per-view matches. Definitely sold out shows if they were to happen. Vince
Agreed.
McMahon, we're looking after you. Like, put us on a show already.
Shout out.
Shout out.
What are you waiting for?
So I'm going to have to choose Matt, just because from the get-go, it wasn't fair for the rest of us, to be honest. But Jeremy finished off very strong. Very strong. Like I said, that last match, that I quit match with Stone Cold and Kurt Angle, I definitely want to see that match happen. And Daniel, your turn.
No, it's
No,
Matt's
that's me.
turn.
No, thank you for the vote. No, you like I said, I think when I was told I'd go first, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get this in order here. This was fun. I think I've been a wrestling fan for as long as I can remember. It's nice to take this time to kind of look back and think about all these different superstars, all these tag teams, the women, everything, what they've done for the company, for the entertainment value of it all. This was fun, like Jeremy said, like Luis said, Daniel, like you said, all of the cards were solid. I think it's tough, I appreciate the kind words, obviously, but like you guys said, there was one that started off like you'd expect and only got better, and that's Jeremy's. So for the sake of just we all had a hell of a good time, I'm picking Jeremy's. Like I said, the Batista Bobby Lashley match stood out the most, especially given the fact that Bobby Lashley, ECW Bobby Lashley, and Batista as a whole. It's just like, I was at WrestleMania 21. I saw Batista win the world title in LA. So to see those two,
So jealous.
yeah, that was a hell of a
So
time.
jealous.
Well, that's a story for another day. But no, that matchup in itself and just everything involved, the women's triple threat, that was another one. Yeah, the show just got increasingly better, and would be, if it were real, it'd be worth the money for sure. I would pay for it. Luis, your street fight with JBL and Eddie, that was one that was like, all right, that might take the cake. And then Jeremy went. I'm like, okay.
And ending with the women's match, the only one to end with the women's match, and I like
absolutely.
that touch.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
That's
Thank
the
you,
future.
A great touch.
Yeah. No, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I think that means we're tied.
Yeah, this is the first time ever that I've done a draft on the channel and that it ends in a tie. The first time ever.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this, so I'm not prepared. So I mean, if anything, we will just put this up to social media and let the people decide and see who they think had the greatest. And of course, I'll let it be known on social media and for you guys, so we know who was the best. But among us, it was a tie between Jeremy and Matt's, and honestly, I think we're all okay with that. Like it was just how great both of those were. So yeah, I mean, this is all a lot of fun to do. Real quick, can we just go through everyone's main event? What did everyone have as a main
Yeah.
event?
Mine, I had a WWE Championship TLC match. It was John Cena. It was, what was it? I had Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, John Cena, and Rated R Superstar Edge with Lita at ringside.
Nice.
Mine was a triple threat women's title match between the man Becky Lynch, the role model Bailey, and the boss Sasha Banks.
Mine was the WWE Championship I Quit match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kurt Angle.
And mine was Dead Man Taker against Here Comes the Pain Brock in a Hell in a Cell match for the Globe WWE Championship.
Those are all solid.
Yeah, those are great.
It took. I'm like trying to remember everyone's. I'm like, oh my god, and then I heard it, and I'm like, wow.
So if
Yeah,
you had to pick one of those four, who are you picking? Choose your own if you want to choose your own.
Nah, mine sucks compared to those three. Run them again. I'll go first. So Daniel's yours was Taker versus Brock,
Hell in a Cell for
Hell in
the
a Cell.
WWE Championship.
and then Jeremy, yours was I Quit with Stone Cold and Kurt. And then was there any stipulation in yours, Luis?
No, just a solid,
Just a
triple,
solid
threat.
triple threat.
But you know how
Yeah.
triple threats are no DQ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Man.
Remind us of yours, Matt, one more time.
Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, Cena versus Rated R Edge, TLC Championship, WWE Championship.
I'm
Mhm.
thinking of all those. I'm thinking which one would I want to see the most? Which match would am I like? Yeah, if like I had a choice of those four matches, I'm like, all right, which one am I watching first? Honestly, personally, for me, it would be Taker Brock Hell in a Cell. It would be
Yeah.
my own. And if
My
it could
vote-
be,
My
Good.
vote goes for Taker and Brock in a Hell in a Cell as well.
Yeah.
My vote was for the I Quit match, Stone Cold
Yeah.
with Kurt.
yeah,
Yeah.
another tie,
Another
another tie.
Damn.
Just in the other way. Dang.
Yeah.
Huh?
We
Yeah.
just all get along. It's all, it's all it is.
It's just
We
so-
just want to
too-
keep each other happy.
too much good stuff, man.
Don't
So
wrestle
yeah, I
with my
mean,
feelings, guys.
any final comments, things you like, things you didn't like, anything you want to mention before we sign off of this?
I think the process of trying to match up superstar against superstar was, I think, a little more, I don't want to say challenging, but you had to definitely kind of think on your feet, especially like, obviously like when we went into the draft, or at least when I went into the draft, like I had an idea sort of, as picture going along, I'm like, okay, like I could probably get this guy to match up with this guy. And then some curveball came and all of a sudden I'm like, well, damn, okay, that's out the window. I got to think of a backup plan, or I really got to think of a superstar to try to match up, with someone else on my roster. Because I could have easily just gone for the most popular superstars, just straight out, whoever was available, not thinking about weight class, not thinking about, status of like, how big they are. I mean, it could have definitely gone a lot of ways, but I think all four of us having to kind of look back and kind of not only see it from a fan's perspective, but like as a GM, we were like, okay, we have to think what's going to be the most entertaining sort of match. Like what's an entertaining sort of pair to put up together or put up against each other to kind of put out something people want to pay for, and as difficult and as crazy as this whole thing was, again, like I feel like all four cards absolutely
great.
phenomenal.
Yep.
Absolutely phenomenal.
And not just entertaining, but different. Like you want something different. If it's not something that it's guaranteed money, like it's happened in the past and it's guaranteed money, then it should be something different. Like my first thought was Adam Cole against Keith Lee for the North American Championship. I've watched that match before. It's an amazing match. But then I wanted to think outside the box. All right, imagine if Adam Cole wrestled Goldberg. Imagine if Keith Lee wrestled Big Show. Like these are things that are attractions, things that people want to see versus something they've already seen before. Um, so yeah, I completely understand what you mean about like you have these names that you know work together or that are like the top of the top, but it's like, all right, how can you make this a little different? Like my first thought was Randy and Mick and Triple H maybe going against Brock, but what if we throw Triple H in a triple threat match and make it something super bloody or something super crazy? And so yeah, it was a long process of writing something, scribbling it out, writing something, scribbling it out until you get to that final card.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what you said, it was, as a fan, you want to see these certain dream matches, and you also want to keep true to the rivalries that some wrestlers do have with each other. Like what I did with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Those guys have been wrestling for years now. I want to say 20 plus years. They That's been a feud that's lasted companies that's lasted a lifetime basically, and that's why I wanted to like keep that rivalry true still, but also wanted to incorporate some of the WWE stuff that they used on TV, like the incorporation of Chris Jericho with Kevin Owens, and yeah, these this is a really cool experience. So thank you, Daniel. Thank you guys for making me think a little bit harder to put on a more solid show. Next time I'm coming with fire. But yeah, it was an awesome experience and can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to piggyback off that if we do like the bottom of the food chain wrestlers, like those who, the Scotty Two Hotties, the Spike Dudleys, the Simon Deans,
Nunzio.
Nudzio. You're right. That would be kind of a fun. How do you make a card
How
off
do you
of those
make
superstars?
an entertaining
And
card off of those
Kind of those
guys?
one and dones, or you saw them and then they had multiple, characters, whatever it was.
Yeah.
No, I think like Luis said, you kind of want to keep the realistic sense of rivals, history, whatever it is, but then it's also fun to be, will they ever do a Inferno match with the Wyatt family, Kane and Daniel Bryan? Probably not. So that's like the fun of like, this would be awesome to see, of course, the fantasy element, the imagination of it all. And I think that's the key with with wrestling in itself, with storylines. It's, you can kind of make it your own. The last couple of hours, it was a lot of fun to back and forth. Okay, okay, yeah, I have this guy match up with this guy. When I picked The Rock and Cena 1-2, I'm like, okay, there's my matchup. I had The Rock against Booker T, third match of the night. Like, my number one pick is in a match, middle of the night. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to kind of think like a GM, think, what would sell, you're selling to the audience. And I think that's the beauty of the entertainment part of it all. Um, and I might get chewed out for saying this. We all know it's fake, but that's like, it's more real than a lot of shows I've seen. It's more real than, this Jake Paul, Floyd Mayweather BS that I keep hearing about. Like, come on, man, that's all for money.
Nice.
So yeah, this was a good time, and I'm really glad to spend my Friday night with you gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hell of a
Yeah,
time.
same.
Yeah, that Inferno match that you were talking about, it's like, and there's so many possibilities with how you're setting it up. Like the Wyatt family mess with Kane and Daniel Bryan, then Kane is like, all right, you're stepping into my dirt dojo with an Inferno match. Like it's just
Exactly.
all these cards and a lot of these matches. It's a lot of like, all right, we have this. It's going to be a great match, but we can like and this build up, this reason, this is why we're doing it, this character. It's like there's just so much into it, and like you said about your first pick ended up in your third match. It's like that's happened in drafts that we've done before too. Like you pick this guy that you think is going to be like in our NBA drafts, this guy that you think is going to be a starter, he ends up coming off your bench, or you pick a six man and he ends up being your starting shooting guard or whatever. It's all part of the process of picking and plugging and playing and what the best fit is.
Yep.
I do have one regret in this for personally for my card. Looking back at it now, I think it would have been more interesting if I had Randy Orton and Mick Foley do just a one-on-one like no holds barred type of match, and then have Rhea Ripley and Charlotte have just a one-on-one match, and have Triple H and China fight against each other in a real life meets wrestling over everything that we know happened between them and Stephanie McMahon. And if we want to talk about me never being hired by WWE, this is probably it. This is my
There it goes.
and the
See
windows
that?
right
See that?
here.
See that contract right there?
Now,
It's gonna start
it's
flying
flying out the
away.
window, flying out the window for even mentioning that. I apologize, Triple H. Please hire me. Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm sure whether now or maybe even looking back at it later, we'll look and we'll all see something on our card. We'll be like, I wish I did this instead of that. But I mean, it's all part of the process. And thank you guys for doing it. Like, I know you guys had a lot of fun, but I couldn't have done it without you guys. I need people to come on and be the GMs and take the time out of your guys' very busy schedules that I know to come out and do this. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very, very much. It was everything that I wanted it to be. And I did it with a great group of guys. So thank you for doing it. And thank you everyone for watching too, because we have a lot of fun doing these things. All right. Well, that is it. Thank you guys for watching the first ever Wrestle Draft on Scoop Center, and we will be seeing you next time.
Until the next draft.
Yes,
He's
sir.
back. See ya.
I'm ready.
Booka!